If you needed any proof here tonight that WWE does not give a flying fuck about anything at all that goes on their shows, and whatever the fans think, just watch the ending of this show here tonight. God damn, bro. God damn. Welcome everybody to Ringside Wrestling Entertainment. This is Joel Perez here for your WWE Backlash review and result, and I'm just going to blow it off right now. Jinder Mahal, HGH Mahal, steroids Mahal, is your new WWE champion. Let's just process this, bro. Let's just process this. 1 month ago, a mere 1 month ago, or maybe even a month and a half. How long has the build been towards his WWE championship match? Less than 2 months ago, this guy was jobbing out to every single soul on the roster. Less than 2 months ago, this man lost to Mojo Rawley. And here we are, 2 months later, and this guy is your WWE champion. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit. That just shows that there is zero consistency in the way WWE writes. They expect you to forgive and forget in a snap, just like that, and that's not the way it works, bro. That's not the way it works, and that's why when Jinder Mahal, who has never had a good match here tonight, his match here tonight with Randy Orton was good. That was a good match. It was physical, it was intense, but before that, Jinder Mahal has never had a noteworthy good match, bro. This man has jobbed out to name after name after name. Sami Zayn, Mojo Rawley, Big Show, all these guys. This guy was part of 3MB. This guy went 4 years, or I believe it was even 5, before he won that Superstar Shake-Up match without having a single win on Smackdown, bro. 5 years without having a single win on Smackdown. And you're telling me that here tonight, just a mere month and a half after he won that Superstar Shake-Up match, this guy is your WWE champion? Yes, clowns, I know it wasn't clean. Yes, clowns, I know it probably won't last very long. But I mean, you look at the logic behind this decision, and there is none, bro. There is no logic behind Jinder Mahal being your new WWE champion. Where does that put your plans? Where does that put your plans going into SummerSlam? I can tell you, it puts them down a toilet, bro. That's where it puts your plans going into SummerSlam. Randy Orton, nobody was necessarily excited about Randy Orton being your WWE champion, and I get that, bro. But there were plans in place, at least, with Randy Orton. At least with Randy Orton, you knew that there was a nice match ahead of the road with Rusev. There was a good thing with AJ Styles going into SummerSlam, and that's where AJ Styles will pick it up. Now Jinder Mahal is your WWE champion, and he's bound to lose it. But look at the consistency of the WWE championship since WrestleMania, Bray Wyatt, or look, since the beginning of this year, I should say. Since the beginning of this year, bro. Look at the flip-flop that WWE has done. It was AJ Styles, lost it to Cena at the Royal Rumble. A month later, or 2 weeks later, it was 2 weeks later, Cena lost it at the Elimination Chamber to Bray Wyatt. 1 month later, Bray Wyatt loses it to Randy Orton. A month and a half later, Randy Orton loses it to Jinder Mahal. And what's going to happen? Do you really think Jinder Mahal is going to be the one to go on and have this luxurious 8-month reign with the WWE Championship? This guy's probably going to lose it back to Randy Orton, and Randy Orton's probably going to lose it to AJ Styles. So what the hell do you have going on here? I said this on Behind the Mic last Saturday, which you should all go check out, by the way. It's like WWE is just doing things by the snap of their fingers because no one expected Jinder Mahal to win. So they're doing things by the snap of their fingers because they feel like it. They're not looking ahead of the road. You don't know where to look? Well, it's easy. Look towards these big 4 pay-per-views that you have every couple months separated from each other. They're the perfect benchmarks. Think to SummerSlam, bro. Who is going to walk out of SummerSlam your WWE champion, and who is going to walk in to SummerSlam your WWE champion? If you're looking at Randy Orton walking into SummerSlam as your WWE champion, and Randy Orton currently has the WWE championship on him, then there's no reason whatsoever that Randy Orton should be losing that title until SummerSlam. But it's like they want to take all these D-courses and all these wrong avenues and all these twists and turns to get to SummerSlam, to get to WrestleMania, to get to whatever show they're trying to get to. It's like they want to take all these different paths that you really do not need to take because they're just delays. They're just delays. They're just decisions that are making you say, what? How does that make any sense whatsoever? This does not make any sense to me, bro. The fact that Jinder Mahal went from 0 to hero, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. It doesn't add up with what you're going to be doing at SummerSlam. The amount of flip-flops in title changes that you have had for the WWE title, your main title in the WWE, is absolutely crazy. And the fans, you need to think about the fans. Look at the faces of the people in Chicago. Everybody was like, oh my God. Are you serious? Really? And this was a great pay-per-view too. This was a damn good pay-per-view. A lot of the things that they did on this pay-per-view were absolutely great. You had Nakamura and Ziggler do great things. Owens and Styles had a damn good match. Corbin and Zayn had a great match as well. You had a lot of good things on this pay-per-view, and you're just leaving people with that taste in their mouths to end the show. And because you need to do something shocking. It's like WWE always does something shocking, and they have this finish that makes absolutely no sense out of spite, bro, because they're like, you know what, I'm too bipolar, and I need something absolutely out of the ordinary to happen. That's why NXT is so great. They have a set storyline, and they know that not every takeover has to have something absolutely wild happen. They know that. Not every single takeover needs to have something wild happen, especially if it's a rivalry that's going to continue on to another takeover, because they know that there's going to be a climax. Look at what Finn Balor and Samoa Joe did down in NXT. You could have easily had Samoa Joe lose the title, and Finn Balor wins the title. Joe wins it back. Balor wins it. Joe wins it back. Balor wins it. And it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And that's what they do on the main roster. And you need to wait for your climax, bro. And that's what they did in NXT. They waited and they let this storyline develop, and the storyline reached its climax, and it was great. And it developed, and there was a build, and when we did see it end, it was worth it, bro. When we did see it end, it was absolutely worth it. But it's like they need to skip to the end, and they need to go towards this climax, and they need to do something exciting to just get to something. And you really don't need, Backlash didn't need to be a pay-per-view where you had this happen. It didn't, bro. It didn't. Yet you continue and continue to do these things that pisses everybody off for the sake of pissing everybody off. And I'm just absolutely tired of it. It makes no sense to me. And you know what? Let's discuss this pay-per-view, because it was a great pay-per-view, and I'm not going to spend 50 minutes just discussing this one topic, even though I could. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go into the WWE Backlash pay-per-view. But before we go into the Backlash pay-per-view, make sure to go check out all the other things on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel. Make sure to go check out Monday Night Raw and Smackdown reviews that both went up this week. If you wanted to know, if you missed these shows, if you wanted to know what happened going into Backlash, and of course on Monday Night Raw, make sure to go check out those reviews. We did a video on Thursday, 2 videos on Thursday, Backlash preview and predictions, if you wanted to see how I did on that. And of course, CM Punk offered $1 million to return to wrestling for an indie promotion under the name of 5 Star Wrestling. So CM Punk was offered $1 million to return to wrestling. Make sure to go check out that video. We did NXT TakeOver preview and predictions if you want to go check that out. We had Behind the Mic uploaded yesterday on Saturday, yesterday afternoon. Make sure to go check out that one. We talked about in that one all the title changes going on this summer in WWE, and it's a lot of them, bro. It is a lot of them, and we just saw one here tonight with Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton here tonight. So those, we're discussing those things for now. We were discussing that on Behind the Mic. And also on Saturday, we uploaded NXT TakeOver Chicago. That was the great show. That's the show you needed to go watch this weekend. That show blew Backlash away, bro. NXT TakeOver Chicago, we reviewed that show, so make sure to go check out my great review of that show. Had a lot of fun making that one. It's always fun and great to talk about the good shows with all the positive stuff. So make sure to go check out that one, and of course, make sure to comment what you thought of WWE Backlash, and make sure to subscribe to the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel. For now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go into WWE Backlash. This show started off in Chicago. This was a great crowd, by the way. Fantastic crowd in Chicago. Absolutely great crowd. Actually, surprisingly, no CM Punk chants here tonight, so that was great. That was great. No CM Punk chants here tonight. No annoying ass CM Punk chants when the show got boring. So I'll commend them for that. They were a great crowd. They did what they needed to do. They were fantastic here tonight in Chicago. But we started off the show with the debut of the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura. Don't know why they're calling him the artist. How the hell is he an artist? I don't get that. But Dolph Ziggler versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This was an obviously very good match. Not as good as I expected it to be. I'll be honest. I had high expectations for this match, and that's my fault for having very high expectations for this match. But this was a great debut for Shinsuke Nakamura. It really was. Nakamura obviously came out to an amazing reaction tonight from that Chicago crowd. They started off the show here with a lot of grappling and chain wrestling, and it was when Nakamura played his mind games with putting his head on the chest of Ziggler and just doing that thing where he spins his arms around. That got obviously Ziggler pissed off, and that transitioned things to the methodical pace where Ziggler just took advantage, and that's where the match got a little boring, but it did pick up. Ziggler did a great job in this match at being just a classic heel and crapping on the crowd, playing up to the crowd here tonight. He did a great job at doing that, while at the same time actually attacking Nakamura. So Ziggler did a very good job in this match. He played his role, and that's something we saw a lot here tonight with Owens and Corbin, so I like that. A lot of these heels were really playing that methodical pace, and they were just beating down on the baby faces here tonight. You saw a lot of heel work here tonight. Not something we usually see. Usually, like referring back to the Randy Orton and the argument between him and all the indie wrestlers with the methodical pace versus the high-flying flips, super kicks action. We saw a lot of both here tonight, so that was great to see. It was a nice blend that they found here tonight, so that was great. There was a great series of moves in this match where Ziggler looked for a super kick in this match, but Nakamura, he got out of the way, went for a kick of his own, and Ziggler hit the zigzag. Near fall there, only for Nakamura to kick out. That was a great spot. I didn't think Ziggler was going to win this match, so that it didn't really catch me off guard there, but it was a great little series nonetheless. You saw Nakamura, his super hard-hitting kicks here to the back of, or Ziggler, he hit a super hard-hitting super kick to the back of Nakamura's head, and he would have actually been able to pin Nakamura, but he wasn't able to capitalize in time. There was a point in this match where Dolph Ziggler spit in Nakamura's face, and that's where Nakamura went full strong style in this match. That pissed him off and caused Nakamura to hit some of his hard-hitting knees. Hit one to Ziggler had his head in the drive-by position. Hate to mention Roman Reigns, but he had his head in that drive-by position, and Nakamura just hit a huge knee to the side of the head. Looked absolutely brutal here, and that pretty much led to the end of the match. Nakamura, he hit his exploder. He hit that reverse exploder that he does, and of course, you saw the Kinshasa to Dolph Ziggler in this pretty damn good match. I would go back and watch it if I were you and you did not see this show. It's nice to see the debut of Nakamura. He got all his things in there. He got the kick in the corner where he shakes his leg and everybody goes crazy. You saw the strong style here tonight. It's going to be interesting to see Nakamura go against everybody else on the SmackDown roster, because there is a lot of competition for Nakamura. I want to see him go against Owens, Dillinger. I mean, Styles, we're saving that one for WrestleMania, so I understand. I would be pissed off if we saw that match at a normal B-level pay-per-view, or maybe at SummerSlam, but I wouldn't give that away. That's a WrestleMania-worthy match right there for the WWE Championship, is what Styles and Nakamura is. But great match here. Great first debut match for Nakamura. Again, I wanted it to be a little better. You know, I really wish they would have let this match go on at least 5 more minutes, really picked up the pace in those last 5 minutes, but we did see a damn good match, and it was a great showing for Nakamura. I want to see what he continues to do. I think maybe for a while they might only have him compete on pay-per-views, which would really make him feel like a special attraction and not on SmackDown. He'd appear on SmackDown every other week, maybe not even compete on SmackDown. I don't know, but for now, Nakamura, they're keeping that mystique in there. It's going to be interesting to see what he does next. A lot of these matches, it look like, are going to continue their rivalry, but no, here tonight, Nakamura and Ziggler, that's a rivalry that looks like it's coming to an end, and Nakamura is going to move on to a different program, and it's going to be interesting to see what that program is, because there's a lot of things Nakamura could go on and do on SmackDown. There's rumors of him going on and facing Kevin Owens for that United States Championship. That's not going to be the case, because here tonight, AJ Styles and Kevin Owens was not a rivalry that was necessarily wrapped up. I don't know, maybe Nakamura will enter the Money in the Bank ladder match, but I think that would be a huge mistake. I think he's going to go into a feud of some sorts. Who he goes into a feud with, that is the question. But I don't know. Nakamura, so far, SmackDown has done great things with him. They're keeping that mystique. They're making him seem like a special attraction. And here tonight, he put on a very good match. So far, Nakamura, first month and a half on SmackDown, it is a thumbs up. Definitely. Anyways, we go to Breezango versus the Uso. This match, right off the bat, this was a fun match. That's what this was. It wasn't a great match. It wasn't even necessarily good. It was fun. It was a very, very fun match here tonight between Breezango and the Usos, and I really did not expect that to be the case here tonight on Backlash. But here tonight, they did show the episode of the Fashion Files that they did last Tuesday on Smackdown, where Tyler Breeze was dressed up as a janitor, and that actually played part in the match because Tyler Breeze came out dressed up as the janitor and mopping the floor as he came down to the ring. Breeze, he got tagged in early in this match and he was mopping the floor. He was completely playing the character, and they played this for a while where Breeze was just mopping the floor, and as a defense mechanism, one of the Usos went for a splash in the corner. He got out of the way, tripped them up with the mop. It was just absolutely hilarious. He rubbed the mop in one of the Usos' face until they knocked his fucking lights out. He had just a huge uppercut. There was even a sequence where they would the Uso would try to hit the frog splash, but Breeze kept rolling out of the way. He would go to the other ring post where Breeze was. He kept rolling out of the way, and it pissed him off. And Breeze tagged back in. They eventually took advantage, and he tagged back in Fandango. One of the Usos knocked Breeze down, and as Breeze got knocked down under the ring, he dressed up, and then when he came back in dressed as a grandma, which the crowd ate the hell up. This Chicago crowd is just fantastic here tonight. They were chanting, "Let's go, Grandma! Let's go, Grandma!" That was hilarious. He actually dominated for a while until once again he got his knocked lights clean, throwing the Uso throwing his dress off, and he actually threw it at JBL, and that made me laugh my ass off because you know Mauro Ranallo's at home eating that shit up. Mauro Ranallo must definitely be smiling after JBL got that dress thrown in his face. But this eventually did turn into a normal tag match, and it was actually pretty great. There was a huge near fall here where one of the Usos got super kicked. They had Tyler Breeze in that position for the super kick. Breeze, he did some type of, I believe, sunset flip, and he managed to escape the Usos' grasp. One of the Usos actually got super kicked by each other, and then Breeze hit the beautifier. It's pretty much a kill switch if you remember Christian's finishing move. It's a beautifier. That got a 1-2 near fall. In the end, though, Breeze tried to dive onto the Usos. They caught him, and they threw him in to the crowd. I thought there was actually people in the crowd. No, there was nobody in those chairs. It looked like they had been designated for that spot. They had little cards on them, so I think they were designated for that spot. But Breeze got thrown into the crowd, and then when Fandango, he dove onto the Usos. He tried to hit his leg drop, but his foot got held back by one of the Usos, and he got super kicked into oblivion to fall off of the top of the turnbuckle which he was on, and he gets pinned 1, 2, 3. There was a lot of, what you did see in this match was a lot of charisma. A lot of charisma from both Fandango and Tyler Breeze. The fact that they're willing to do something like this was a very, very fun matchup to watch, and I commend them, bro. They really went out there and they gave you that entertaining side of wrestling here tonight, and I usually don't enjoy that, but here tonight they made it fun. Breeze and Fandango really did look good, and how they were able to play their games, but at the same time fool around with the Usos. Yet the Usos did still come out looking dominant. It's going to be interesting to see what the Usos are doing continuing, and it's going to be interesting too to see if they're going to continue to push Breezango. I don't know why they're still calling them Breezango, because that name is absolutely awful. They should be calling them the Fashion Police. Really weren't dressed up as the Fashion Police here tonight, but they did great in this tag team match. I wish it would have been a little bit more serious, and we would have seen a little bit more wrestling. Maybe even if this match would have went on a little longer. I mean, the show did end 10 minutes before 11 o'clock. They really could have gotten those extra 10 minutes. I wouldn't have minded if it was Breezango who got those extra 10 minutes. But really, really good match here tonight. It wasn't even that it was a good in-ring match. It's that it was very entertaining, and it did show a lot of charisma on the part of Breezango. They were completely over in front of the Chicago crowd here tonight, and it shows that these gimmicks that these guys are coming up with, even though they are absolutely ridiculous, they have the ability to get over, and they're great in the ring. That's an added bonus right there. They're absolutely charismatic, and they're absolutely original, and they're not afraid to try new things. Are Breeze and Fandango, and they're great in the ring. They're the perfect package, bro. They are the perfect package, and I don't know why WWE has not capitalized on them until this point where they're just starting to capitalize on them. But great shit from this team here tonight, and the Usos here tonight retain the tag team championship. So there you go with that. Baron Corbin versus Sami Zayn. These two, just right off the bat, these two blended very well together. It was the typical David versus Goliath match, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, bro. That's not necessarily a bad thing. They did a great job of telling the story of Sami Zayn continuing to fight despite Corbin beating him down the entire match. They focused on the lower back of Sami Zayn being seriously hurt, yet Zayn still fighting on, and I like that story. They really told the story in that ring. Randy Orton must have been happy with that one. But a lot of huge moves in this match, like a point where Sami Zayn was building momentum and almost sent Corbin into the turnbuckle, but Corbin, he did that thing where he slides to the outside, comes back in, hits a huge clothesline that spun Sami Zayn inside out. Crazy clothesline there. That was great. There was also a move where Corbin, he pretty much did a choke slam onto his knee, which was absolutely crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. He did like a choke slam onto his knee. Just looked brutal for Sami Zayn taking that move. But in the end, Zayn did get a well-deserved victory. He really hasn't gotten a big victory since coming to Smackdown Live, but here tonight, he got that victory. Zayn got a boot on Corbin, which sent Corbin into the ropes, and out of nowhere, Zayn literally ran as fast as he could. Haluva kick, 1, 2, 3. After all the punishment that Baron Corbin gave him, they told a great underdog story. Sami Zayn overcame the odds, got a great pop from the Chicago crowd here tonight. Sami Zayn got pretty much his first win since coming to SmackDown Live, and it was a big one. Like I said, Corbin, on my Backlash preview and predictions, Corbin could afford this loss. In a month, this guy is going to be your Money in the Bank briefcase holder. He can afford the loss to Sami Zayn. For now, Sami Zayn needed a big win on SmackDown, and Corbin has been built exactly enough for this to be a good win for Sami Zayn. So SmackDown, at least for this match, they made the right booking decision, and it was a damn good display between both Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin. So these two worked their ass off. Great match here tonight. Great things for Sami Zayn are in the future, and great things for Baron Corbin, because I believe that this guy, or I don't even believe, I know that this guy is going to go on to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, and hopefully it's Baron Corbin who can cash in on Jinder Mahal and just absolutely destroy him to win the WWE Championship. That would be absolutely fantastic. Corbin wins, the Money in the Bank, comes out, doesn't even need for Jinder Mahal to be weak or anything. He just comes out, end of days, 1, 2, 3, WWE Champion. That would be absolutely hilarious. But Baron Corbin will win Money in the Bank, so it does not matter that he took the L here tonight for any of those concerns. Oh my God, Corbin, he lost to Randy Orton on SmackDown. Oh, this is terrible. Corbin's starting to be like a jobber. No, he's going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. He is going to be absolutely fine for the time being. We saw Jinder Mahal arrive in the building. This was absolutely dramatic here. We saw the Bollywood boys literally lay out a rug for Jinder Mahal to step on as he came out of his limo. That was absolutely ridiculous. He was interviewed saying that the people of Chicago hate him because of the way he looks and talks. but he is going to take all of that hatred and make it into something positive, something spiritual, something almost holy. He says he is a relatively peaceful man, but when he is provoked, he becomes an animal, and he will bring the WWE Championship to his people and prove that he is the modern day Maharaja. He then starts speaking to his people in the Indian language. I don't know what the hell he said, but he said about something about the WWE Championship and something about Randy Orton. So, Jinder Mahal with a nice little promo there. Really nothing too special. Probably just a last-minute attempt to get this guy over in the eyes of some fools before his WWE Championship match. We go to probably, besides the result of the WWE Championship match, what was probably the worst. Well, we did have Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, and that was absolute trash. But probably one of the worst matches on this show. The Welcoming Committee. Absolutely. It sounds like a tea party, bro. It sounds like a tea party. But the Welcoming Committee versus Naomi, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte. This match was absolutely terrible. I mean, Ellsworth comes out. He gives us a cringy-ass intro to Carmella, even comparing himself to Michael Jordan. I mean, Ellsworth needs to get off of our televisions. This guy is absolutely useless. I mean, it was fine while it lasted, while he was entertaining us on Smackdown back in November or whatever it was. But, I mean, it's just so old, man. Get rid of it. Becky Lynch came into this match with another ridiculous hairdo for this pay-per-view. And, I mean, it was decent in ring. Really nothing special. It was a 6-person tag, bro. What can you expect? All the spots and all this crap. And, I mean, it's really nothing to get invested in. It's not. It really is nothing to get invested in, but I mean, the ending of this match is what absolutely made this match pitiful to watch, and what absolutely made this entire program makes zero sense, because they had Becky Lynch tap out to Natalia's sharpshooter with no Charlotte heel turn or anything. Nothing. You know for a fact that Becky Lynch is the only legitimate person to face Charlotte at SummerSlam, yet you have her tap out like a chump, bro? Are you really gonna make Becky Lynch look like crap like that, bro? Are you serious? Are you kidding me? I mean, Charlotte is inevitably going to win the Women's Championship. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about at the beginning of the video with the consistency of WWE and how they're not looking towards the future and what they need to do to get to the next big thing. And the next big thing is SummerSlam. Who are you going to have face the Women's Champion at SummerSlam? Who better than Becky Lynch, bro? Because she is really the only legitimate person on the SmackDown Live roster as of now. If you don't bring Asuka up by then, she's really the only legitimate person on the SmackDown Live roster to face the Women's Champion. And this is just another just example of them not thinking ahead. They never think ahead, and they have Becky Lynch tapping out here after like 15 seconds in the sharpshooter, and this match comes to an abrupt ending. No Charlotte heel. Charlotte was actually acting like a babyface at the beginning of this match. She came in, gave Becky a nice little handshake. I don't know what the hell that was. Charlotte was acting like a complete babyface. She's no longer in this thing where when I'm done here, I'm going for the Women's Championship and these losses can't be accepted. Look, Becky Lynch just tapped out. She lost. I would expect Charlotte to show some frustration towards that. No, she's just looking at the Welcoming Committee like, oh my God, what just happened? And another thing that pisses me off about this, you're telling me you're going to have this angle continue, bro? Because that's what it looks like. Are you really trying to prolong Charlotte's title win that much, because you know Naomi's losing it. You know Naomi's losing it to Charlotte, and I mean, you're trying to prolong it, but the way you're trying to prolong it is even worse than if Charlotte just won the goddamn title. Really, it is. Really, it is. It's worse than if Charlotte just won the goddamn title, because for the past few weeks, this welcoming committee garbage has just been terrible. It really has. It spikes no interest, and you're telling me we're going to see another 6-woman tag? Just terrible, bro. Just terrible. If there was one feud that needed to end here tonight, it was this one. And look at this. It's continuing, because there's no way Charlotte, Becky, and Naomi are just going to take this loss and sit back and say, well, we lost. That never happens, bro. So you're telling me this is going to continue? You're telling me we're going to get another 6-man tag? You're telling me Becky Lynch is going to look like an absolute idiot and just tap out? You're telling me Charlotte is going to be a babyface? None of that sounds appealing to me after the end of this matchup. This match was absolutely terrible, and just bring this to an end, bro. Have Charlotte win that women's championship. Have her put on some great matches with Naomi, and get to SummerSlam and Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. Build up Becky, which it doesn't seem like they're doing at all right now, and just put on some good things in the women's division, because right now I can honestly say that Monday Night Raw's women's division is doing better things than the Smackdown women's division. And when Monday Night Raw is doing that, when Monday Night Raw is doing anything better than you are, you know there's a problem. So I mean, work on it, bro. Work on it. Let's move on here. Let's move on here to Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. This match was great, bro. This match was absolutely great, and it was centered around the leg of AJ Styles. The match picked up when Owens, he was in a Styles Clash position on the ring apron, yet Owens made his way out of it somehow, and he threw the leg of AJ Styles into the ring post, then sent Styles knee first into the ring steps, and even hit a cannonball into the leg. Absolutely brutal offense on that leg of AJ Styles, and there was a huge highlight in this match where Owens had Styles in that fireman's carry position and had a beautiful, did Styles a sunset flip. Owens had Styles in a pretty much AA position. Styles makes his way down for a beautiful sunset flip, tries to hit a phenomenal forearm, but the knee gives out, which allows Owens to hit a beautiful double underhook DDT, which sent Styles face first into the mat. Just looked great. We saw both men fighting atop the turnbuckles, which allowed Owens to hit a beautiful spinning fisherman suplex off the top. We saw Styles hit a suplex on the apron, which sent them to the outside into the final moments of the match, where Owens threw Styles over the barricade of the timekeeper's area, where Styles actually hit a phenomenal forearm, and as Styles tried to hit a Styles Clash on the announce table, Owens did something very smart, because the those monitors that they have on the announce table, one of them was gone, and he literally threw or put Styles' leg in the hole of that monitor, of where that monitor was supposed to be, but of course the announce table was exposed. So Styles' leg literally goes into that hole. He tries to get it out. It's stuck with a bunch of wires. The referee is making his 10 count. Before you know it, there you are, 10 count. Match ends in a count out. Owens retains that United States Championship in an absolutely ingenious way, bro. Ingenious way to end this match. It continues the rivalry of Owens versus Styles. We're probably going to see a rematch for this United States Championship on SmackDown, because if you ask me, Styles and Owens are going to be in that Money in the Bank ladder match. That Money in the Bank ladder match is going to be absolutely star-studded, and it would absolutely shock me if Styles and Owens were not in that Money in the Bank ladder match. Owens, even after this, after the 10 count run and he won the match, he even came out to ringside, hit Styles with the super kick, just for good measure, and he just walked off like a heel with his United States Championship. So Owens retains the title here tonight. This feud will continue, and we will see more of Owens versus Styles, which is absolutely fine with me. I love the way they worked on that leg in this match. Again, telling that story of Owens just working on that leg, tweaking down on AJ Styles. But Owens overall comes out on top with his heel tactics. And an absolutely great match these guys had. And I expect the future matches that they have to be perhaps even better because, I mean, they've never been in the ring before. And, I mean, now they have that feel for each other. They know what they're doing. So I think I just expect the matches between these two to get better and better. And I can't wait to see them. One of the best things about Backlash here tonight. We go to one of the worst things about Backlash here tonight. And it was Eric Rowan versus Luke Harper. I completely forgot this match was happening, to be quite honest with you. Why was this even on the show? Why was this even on the show? It was an okay match, but nothing really special that you wouldn't see, that you didn't see when they did fight on Smackdown, bro. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Luke Harper should be challenging for the United States Championship. He should maybe even have been the one to challenge Randy Orton for that WWE title here tonight at Backlash. I think Luke Harper should have won that six-pack challenge a month and a half ago on SmackDown. I think Luke Harper should have been the one to win that. He was really one of the only people in that match to actually be built up to win the number one contendership for the WWE title. But no, instead we saw Jinder Mahal. But I mean, why is Luke Harper in just this terrible program? The match ended here. This just who cares match. This match ended with Luke Harper. He hit two super kicks on Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan kept getting up. Saw that mask of his maybe as inspiration. I don't even know. To be quite honest, I don't even care. So he saw that mask of his as inspiration. Before you knew it, botched discus clothesline. 1, 2, 3. At least Luke Harper won this one. But again, nothing special here that you wouldn't have seen on an episode of SmackDown, and not even good for an episode of SmackDown. I really don't care. I don't think they're going to do anything with Luke Harper. So I say find a way to turn this rivalry between Luke Harper and Eric Rowan into an acquaintanceship. Make these guys a tag team and put them in that tag team division as legitimate threats where they will actually be doing something. I mean, it's not my favorite idea for what you can be doing with Luke Harper, but I think it's the only thing that WWE will do with Luke Harper, knowing what they how they would treat him if he was just mid-card rubbish on SmackDown. Even on SmackDown, Luke Harper, they won't let him amount to more than Bray Wyatt. He can't amount to more than Bray Wyatt, bro. And that really is sorry to break it, but a low ceiling, because Bray Wyatt's ceiling hasn't even been, or the highest Bray Wyatt has reached hasn't even been that high, because WWE takes Bray Wyatt and they continue to kick him down, and that's exactly what they've done with Luke Harper. Bray Wyatt to a worse extent, because Bray Wyatt, you see more of that immediate, this guy should be a top star, but I mean, just terrible. Luke Harper should be in something more special. As for Eric Rowan, I really don't know. I really don't know, and I really don't care. Eric Rowan is talented. Eric Rowan is talented, but when you see what you can do with Luke Harper, I mean, there's so much more in Luke Harper. But let's stop talking about this. Let's move on to what actually happened in that Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton main event. And this brawl that these guys had started before this match, or before the bell even rung. These guys beat down at each other, and I like that they did that. They did the right thing here. They made this match a brawl instead of a wrestling match, and I like that. They, the crowd here, when Jinder Mahal wasn't WWE Champion, they surprisingly went wild for Jinder Mahal. They were chanting, Jinder, let's go Jinder, Jinder sucks. So they were actually going wild for Jinder Mahal here until he won the WWE Championship, because that's when things got real, and everybody's just like, oh my god, why, bro? Why does that make any sense? But they were smart and made this a brawl instead of going with a more traditional route, with Orton hitting Mahal with a black suplex on the announce table. Didn't break, looked more brutal. And at one point in this match, this led to the end of the match, Orton attacked the Bollywood Boys, taking them both out and hitting Jinder with an RKO and his arm, which Jinder had been working on the match. I mean, there was a 1 minute just break in this match, I guess, where Jinder Mahal just had Randy's arm twisted, I guess, working on the shoulder. That was probably the most boring part of the match. I'm just like, why? I mean, why can't you guys just be beating on each other right now? Why are you in this rest hold for so goddamn long? But I mean, in the end here, Orton went crazy. Jinder Mahal, he got slid out by the Bollywood Boys as Randy Orton was trying to go for that pin off the RKO. Orton went crazy on an attack on the Bollywood Boys. He literally did a flip. He flipped them over onto the announce tables, both of them, and he went crazy on them. He then hit the double DDT from the second ring rope, and then Jinder Mahal, of course, came from behind, just like he did with Sami Zayn twice, I believe, and he hit the Colossus, that sleeper hold slam, to win the WWE Championship. No, they are not kidding. No, I am not dreaming. No, you are not dreaming. No, unfortunately, this is not a joke. This probably is a joke, bro. This probably is a joke. Vince McMahon is probably sitting in gorilla position saying, ha 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 ha, those fans, look at them, all dying over here with frowns on their faces, crying like little babies. That's probably what Vince McMahon is saying. While this guy's making money with all the Indian fans coming in, oh, I want to buy a Roman Reigns shirt. But what about Jinder Mahal? No, Roman Reigns. I mean, absolutely terrible, bro. Absolutely terrible. But I mean, Jinder Mahal's your WWE champion. Realize that. Accept it. It's not going to last long, but for the while that it does last, we're probably going to get mediocre television on Smackdown Live. So that has been your WWE Backlash review. If I had to give this show a rating out of 10, it'd probably be a 6.5 to a 7. So this was a good show. It would probably be a 7.5 if Jinder Goddamn Mahal had not won the WWE Championship. I'm absolutely flabbergasted, bro. I cannot believe the bullshit that WWE is willing to do to have Jinder Mahal win the WWE Championship. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Joel Perez. Make sure to go check out all the other stuff on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel. Like I said at the beginning of the video, Raw review, SmackDown review, the video about CM Punk, preview and predictions for Backlash, preview and predictions for NXT TakeOver, review for NXT TakeOver, Behind the Mic, where we're talking about all the title changes coming to Monday Night Raw, primarily Monday Night Raw, on Behind the Mic, and so much other news. Kurt Angle and a date for him to return to the ring is being speculated, so make sure to go check out Behind the Mic, where we cover all the news in the WWE. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you tomorrow night for your Monday Night Raw review. We're going to see what happens on Monday Night Raw and on Tuesday for SmackDown. For now, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Joel Perez of Ringside Wrestling Entertainment. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, and make sure to hit that subscribe button with an RKO, with whatever you want to hit it with, bro. And hit the notification bell for notifications straight to your phone. Twitter account, same name. I was live tweeting with WWE Backlash here tonight, so make sure to go do all that good stuff. Links for all those videos that I mentioned are in the description, so make sure to go check out all that other stuff out. For now, this has been Joel Perez, and I am out of here. Thank you very, very much for watching this video.